is coming from the son of Bharti Airtel's promoter. I mean, it's some conversation. You have to listen to this.
There's a lot of very smart people in India, possibly more than the world. The difference is that this is the first wave of the internet in the country, so not a lot of people are as exposed to people in the West who build scalable businesses. So bringing people from the West allows us to buy a couple of years of time because we don't reinvent the wheel on a lot of stuff that they may have already done. That may be technology, that may be management practices, that may be how you run the company, which is why we've been trying to make some key hires from the US. Our latest one is our new head of engineering, Rajesh, who's joined us from Google Motorola.
What is all this a precursor to? Are you preparing Hike for a much bigger push, not just India, but apply your learnings here and, take Hike to other markets as well?
How do you get 1 billion people onto the internet? That's our first mission, first task. And that's going to take a long time. So our focus is purely India right now. And the question is, how do you learn from all the stuff that we do last year and apply it to this year and the next couple of years?
Right. And considering, there is still some ambiguity with respect to regulation around OTT. I know the recommendations came out last week. But is that the last of it? Is there more certainty now for products such as yours?
What's honestly very good is that we sort of have a level playing field. A lot of folks don't realize that we've been at the opposite end of this, where all our competitors have had these special packs dedicated towards their services, but Hike has not, despite that we've grown to 100 million users. So it's good to see, Try come out and say no differential pricing. There are a couple of loopholes that are not clear. What we'd love to see in the next couple of weeks is even those loopholes get cleared so that we know as a market where we stand.
The loopholes you're referring to is the whole intranet window that they've given. Is that worrying? Can that be abused by a few networks that have extensive intranet?
The simple idea is that telcos should not decide. It should be an open market. And if you have this loophole, it gives rooms to telcos to decide. It's definitely very tedious to do it, but there is a way. There is a back door. So ideally speaking, you don't want those back doors either.
You recently crossed the 100 million user milestone. Is 200 million user going to be that much easier? Perhaps, will you complete that in a year, in under a year? What kind of goal are you setting for that number?
100 million in 3 years is pretty incredible. I don't think we thought we'll get there as fast as we did. But it's never been about the numbers. It's never been about the valuation. All we focus on is what problem are we solving in the market? Does Hike really deeply mean something to people? And if that happens, the numbers go up. So our goal for this year again is to figure out how can we improve on all the problems we're solving. And by the way, are there more problems we can solve? The answer is yes. There's a very long list. And you'll see us launch a lot of these things this year.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.